Has anyone said anything?
I don't know.
We are live now.
Now that we've finished our tangent about movies.
Hang on. Are we still live? Let's find out what Twitter says.
Yes. I see a live indication.
I see one tweet. Hopefully not as shaky as the last one. I felt like I was watching The Bourne Identity.
That's a really good tweet, given our discussion.
This is my unhappy face for you. Let's see if we can get a viewer or two before we actually do something here.
Get a viewer? It's crazy.
So it says 0 viewers. Do we feel bad now or later?
It's underground. It's a hipster show.
Is it public? Did we make it public? Can people see this? Do you know? Can you maybe chat a friend or see if this is actually showing up somewhere?
You guys are my only friends. And I use that term loosely.
I want to go in incognito and see if this actually was like a thing.
Okay.
See, everybody, incognito has a use.
Both the people using Google Plus have joined. It says live. It says it's live Q&A. It just says 0 viewers. All right. Well, I'll just deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
There must be at least one person.
Just cry a little bit to yourself later tonight.
Anyone here? I'll clip all this part out. Don't worry. 2 viewers. All right, good. That was probably me in incognito mode.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody. It is
Jeff
us.
says hi. Yep. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
he does? Thank you. No, please interrupt the intro. It's totally fine. Hey, this is the ASP.NET Community Stand-Up. Once again, for whatever reason, I'm on campus. I drove up yesterday, and we have a new camera. So exciting new camera from Logitech. Hey, Logitech. Check it out. Don't laugh. You're ruining the camera thing. See? We can zoom in. I'm very excited about this. This is good.
It's lovely.
You know, I just realized.
Huh?
See those Post-it notes in the back there? I bet you we can actually.
Oh no!
Are they important?
Those are very important. That's like.
Is there anything back there that shouldn't be there?
I'm sure that we'll be informed that there is.
Runtime service.
Can't read it at all. It's all right.
World domination.
I think Glenn wrote it, and it's in his handwriting. So it's
Pretty good though.
If it was my handwriting, you still wouldn't be able to read it. So it's clearly not.
Still, I'm impressed. Cool. All right.
That
So
was excellent.
it's the. We won't be too long. Let's start with John Galloway, who's coming in remotely, who has the community stuff going on this week.
I sure do. Okay, so I've got a quick thing where I flip through my browser tabs. So we've got, first of all, OmniSharp, 2 cool things, updates from Jason Imison. One is that he's redoing OmniSharp using Roslyn.
And David Fowler is helping with that.
yes, he is.
So that's also cool. And so then he's got, here's the GitHub thing, and here's his test project. So that was really cool. I tweeted just before this, and I said, hey, send me links if you got them, and he sent them to me. Please, other people listening, send me links, and I'd be happy to give you the shout-out. This is a cool one from Shane Boyer, and it's on the Web Dev Tools blog, but this is about using Yeoman to add individual items to your ASP.NET 5 applications. So of course, you could use Yeoman to create a new project. These new scaffolders also let you do things like adding controllers and views and stuff like that. So that is slick. Code Magazine has several new articles. They did kind of a spotlight on ASP.NET Next Generation with a spaceship. And so
any spaceship, the Star Trek Next Generation.
I think it's a TIE fighter. I don't want to correct you, Scott, but I'm pretty sure about this. We got a kind of a editorial from Rod Paddock, and we have 2 great articles from Rick Strahl, and so he kind of digs into all kinds of depth on these, so that is neat. And then we also have Dino Esposito, who is undercover as Leonardo Esposito, but he didn't fool me. So these are all in the Code Magazine. And then 2 real quick ones. We've got Jalpesh Vadgama, and he's writing about using assembly neutral interface and kind of how that's used in vNext/ASP.NET 5. It's hard to shake it, partly because this is the vNext community stand-up, which confuses me.
I made it the ASP.NET 5 community stand-up starting today.
Okay.
All right.
And finally, a very quick one here. This is cool from Aidan Casey, and he wrote about he's the first Irishman to contribute to ASP.NET. I don't know if we can.
Are there any Irishmen on the team?
I'm pretty sure I'm at least half Irish. So.
Okay.
There's no Irish on the team.
I thought this was very cool. If you actually click through, he changed actually about 6 characters, but it's still very cool.
I have Felix, so it's possible that.
No, I think Ireland is one of the few countries that don't have direct representation on the K team.
No, hey, go back there actually, John Gallup.
Yes, I will.
And show me his change.
Yep.
Glenn and/or Daniel, what's the deal here? Give me a little control plus there, some zooming, if you wouldn't mind, sir. What is it? So he switched an environment key from KRE environment to ASP.NET environment. What is that? What's going on there, Dan?
It's renaming an environment variable to not use the KRE syntax,
Is that
a very apt change. Because, well, yes, I would say so. Because one of the things that we still have in the stack is we have these K-based names, K, KRE, and KPM. And it's always been a mystery where the K comes from. Some people say it comes from a katana.
That's what I say.
Katana.
I don't know if it's true.
I mean, really, it was just a code name. Project K is what we called the ASP.NET 5 project internally for a while we were getting the branding settled. But we have been talking about, like, should we get rid of the Ks? Like, should there be a name for the stack that's maybe a little bit more user friendly? And what would that name be? What is K really? What does it really stand for?
I think that the thing that's confusing to me, I'll be the user, I'll be the viewer, is that there's the desktop CLR, and then there's the core CLR, and there's ASP.NET 5, which can run on either of those.
Yeah, the core CLR being .NET Core.
.NET Core.
That's the open source version of the stack that they announced.
So then, what is the KRE, the K runtime?
Yeah.
If there's ASP.NET 5, and then there's these 2 hosting options, the one we know, and then the cloud optimized one. What's the K runtime do? What are its responsibilities?
K runtime environment, right?
What is its responsibility?
Because the runtime really is .NET.
Well, and that's
in both cases.
You use the word runtime twice.
Yeah. Yes. Well, the K runtime environment. The thinking around that name was that what that component does is it's hosting the CLR, whether it's the .NET Core CLR or the existing desktop CLR. And it provides the environment in which applications, or Mono for that matter, and provides the environment in which the applications then run in. It actually provides the native host executable that your application runs on top of. So that's why it's the host in runtime environment of the actual .NET runtime. Yeah, but it's actually .NET under the covers. That's the real runtime. And
in the preview bits right now, I can go file new console app, and I'll get a full desktop regular console app.
Yeah.
Or I can go file new ASP.NET vNext console app.
Yes.
What does that mean?
That's a great question. So when you do the classic console app, it's the one that people have been doing for years and years. The actual hosting of the desktop.NET Framework CLR is kind of magical. It's like it's a piece of Windows that's actually knows how to recognize that this executable that you built has some stuff in it that signals, we should boot up the CLR for this process. In the ASP.NET 5 console app, it's using the new infrastructure where the native executable that's hosting your process is just one executable that we provide, and you use this K script to actually invoke it, like K web or K run. Under the covers, all that thing is doing is calling into our native executable to host up the .NET CLR and to find the entry point to the application and get things bootstrapped and running.
So let me ask you this then. Here I've just shared my screen. Okay. So here's my desktop. So you're saying that I would go and write a console app and I call it foo. Then I would have a foo.exe.
Today. That's what you do today, right?
And I type foo.exe. There's magic that bootstraps the .NET framework. It's well known and understood magic, and you can go and look around how that works.
But that's .NET as a Windows component.
.NET built into Windows. Yep. There's the manifest that is required and how the CLR gets injected in there is a well-known thing. But the point is, I go CSC foo.cs, and foo.exe pops out, and I hit enter and it works. But if I wrote an app in Python or in Ruby or in Go or in whatever, or in Java, or in Node, I would type node foo or java foo.jar.
Not in Go, but in the rest of those, yes.
Not in Go. Go makes
compiles to an exe.
okay, so Go makes an exe. Python foo. The point is, I would type something foo.
Right.
Which is kind of more how it feels when you launch mono, like on.
Exactly. And in mono, I would say mono foo, exactly. So today, in super preview mode, so preview, desperately preview. I just want to make sure everyone's clear. It's preview, preview, preview. And this is the community stand-up, because we're just talking, you know. We're just saying stuff. We don't know what we're doing. Just making it up as we go along. No, we know what we're doing. We would type kfoo.
Currently, yes.
So here's a question for you. This is just me talking. Java foo, Python foo, not Go foo, Ruby foo, kfoo. That's kind of lame. Why can't I say .NET foo?
Well, you could. We could rename
So if
it.
I went and renamed k.command, the little batch file, I could do that today, couldn't I?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so then brainstorming, Ruby or Node has like Node package manager, so npm install, right?
Yep.
And we say kvm list or kvm install. What if I
Well,
said
that would be. I think it'd be more like KPM. In that case.
KPM,
Yeah,
right.
K package manager.
package
yeah,
manager,
Yeah,
pardon me.
exactly.
So npm and kpm?
Yes.
Okay. And they've got gems and all these other
Yeah.
different packages and apt-get and all that kind of Maven, right? What would maybe I would want to just say NuGet.
.NET. You don't like .NET package manager? I guess NuGet is the .NET package
It could
manager.
be
No, I mean, but NPM is apparently already taken. So.
NPM is already taken. Right.
DPM.
DPM.
DPM, yeah.
It does seem like NuGet is the .NET package manager.
But
though,
if
that
I'm-
you would kind of expect.
But if I'm saying .NET foo to run .NET apps, that'd be kind of cool because I can't say that,
Probably not.
and I can't say
Windows
net foo, right?
Yeah,
So let's say I just do that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So then, what about something like this? You know what I mean? And then I could have like some version. That'd be kind of cool.
So that would be like more like KVM. Today.
KVM,
KVM
and then
is
here
the
I could
care
say
version manager.
I could say .NET SDK list,
Yeah.
right? So let's look at it this way. Here's my my notepad. If we have K today, we could have .NET. If we have KVM, what would that be? .NET SDK, something like that. KPM,
I mean-
that could be NuGet.
Do you want to throw out, DVM and DPM right away? I mean, I don't know if they're good.
I would propose this, and I would do them as aliases.
Shortened forms.
Meaning it's just a shortened form, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But I like the idea that this is, I want to say advertisement, but it's not an advertisement, it's just a reminder, because Ruby, Node, .NET, it's Python, it says what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's not C#, because there's other languages, right?
Yep.
You know, I don't know, I kind of like that. So I would be interested in what people think. I'm not sure if they're able to go into the questions thing here, or the Q&A, deal, if they have any concepts there. Here we go. Here's an Irish person who's upset about the time of this event. It's midnight in Dublin, apparently. Is vNext officially dropped as the project name? vNext was never the name, and it remains not still the name. Yes, it is.
It's not VNext. Otherwise, we'd have to call it
ASP.NET 5.
The next version would have to be ASP.NET VNext, and that would just be silly.
Yeah. And as far as the time, we alternate between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So next week it'll be a better time. So what do you think? Is that a bad idea?
The top set of I like the top set of names because I think they're much clearer about what these scripts do and what they are.
And then right now, if I go in here, I've got like Node and KPM and KRE. What if we had a folder that was called .NET?
That's right.
That'd be cool. You know what I mean? So I would be like, where is that? That would be like here, nakedir.net. And then right now in KRE, there's your packages and stuff, and in KVM,
is it .NET or just .NET?
I think. Well, you can't make it .NET. Yeah, you can make it .NET.
Well,
.NET.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know. I like that myself.
You like saying the full
I like
word?
the .NET just because it's unambiguous
That's not.
and it doesn't speak to the network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe some potential confusion.
But you know, that also says .NET. But the fact that you'd have to have the command line be this. Oh, it's our boss. What do you want, boss? Are you telling me to stop the community stand-up?
.NET Conf.
So we have to stop. Okay, give me 2 minutes and we will walk over there. All right. So this is something that we're brainstorming about, right? Just a thought, and we just kind of had the idea. Do you have any opinions or comments? Because we have to stop the stand-up.
No, I mean just that we'd love to hear what people think. Like if they think this would be more intuitive and would be better, then let us know. And
Yeah. So someone said here DNet. The problem is that DNet isn't obvious. If you're a 15-year-old learning .NET, I have to teach you that DNet means .NET. It has nothing to do with the network. You know what I mean? If it's .NET, you can at least pronounce it. That's why I like .NET. The dot is to make it hidden, but the word .NET is to make it unambiguous. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, one thing that you had on your list there, you had for the package manager is NuGet, but there's already a NuGet exe, and people may have like, you know, scripting or builds or things that are based on NuGet.exe. Just something to think about too.
Well, I think that the idea would be, and I'm just talking here, is that the NuGet would need to have the same functionality as KPM and not break what NuGet does already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that'd be a tough one. That's you know, that's a problem. The other idea would be like, you know, .NET PM or something like that, package manager. That would be, this is very unambiguous, and it could potentially call it in NuGet. So, who should they tweet? Who should they tweet these ideas to? Where should we have this conversation?
On the.
Do you want to start a GitHub issue and have all hell break
Go to the
loose?
home repo.
Yeah, home repo would be great actually.
Okay, so go to github.com/ASP.NET/home and we'll make an issue. Glenn, will you make an issue?
Sure.
And you can go up there and have at it. Okay?
I'll create an issue called.
Oh, I didn't
like,
share my screen. They didn't actually see any of what I just typed.
Yeah, I can create an issue
All right.
called like
Go up here.
K naming or something.
Yeah, go and say K naming, and we'll figure it out. Okay? And all right. So this has been another. There's my boss again. He wants to go. This is another Internet Community Stand-Up. I hope you like our new camera. Thank you to Logitech for loaning it to me. I appreciate it. It's very lovely. It is a CC3300, and we'll check you out up on the GitHub issues. Bye bye.